Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Cody, and I just really want to talk about the new Predator trailer I saw. Well, the little teaser trailer I saw. It. I don't know what's going on with Hollywood. I really don't know why people, executives, try to bring these trailers out and try to recreate the magic that was Predator One and Predator Two. The trailer was very lackluster to me. The whole thing about the kid and it being on Halloween and like what purpose is that going to serve in the context of the film? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like when you look at it, it's like okay, the setting of the first film was in the jungle. That served a purpose, right? In the second film, it was a war on the LA streets against, King Willie and and the Jamaican Voodoo Posse versus the Scorpios. That served its purpose as context. In this, it's on Halloween. That's not a big opener. You know what I mean? Not a big game changer. Um, and you have these scientists trying to figure out the science behind the species itself. I guess they're doing research on why the predator takes its victims' spinal cords and skulls, and it's supposed to be hybridizing the DNA of other creatures and putting it into themselves to make them stronger, faster, smarter. But that doesn't make any sense because you don't need a spinal column to extract DNA, and you already know from back from the 80s and 90s that wasn't the point of why the predator was taking spinal cords in the first place. They were just trophies, you know. That was just the predator's trophies for the hunt. I'm taking your skull, just as I would if I was a deer hunter. I would, put the deer head on my wall with the antlers and everything. That's my trophy. And and show my friends, hey, look at this deer head I got, man. It was a big buck, and I took him out. You know what I mean? Look at the horns on him. So that whole uh, plot point was kind of silly to me. The characters in here, it's come on, it's no Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's no Carl Weathers, it's it's none of that. It's no Jesse Ventura, it's no Danny Glover, it's no Bill Paxton, it's no Gary Busey, it's I don't know where they're really going with this. I don't know. It's odd to me though. It almost seems it's not too late in the game to be trying to bring out a Predator movie, but it needs to be its own entity. The first one was its own thing, very simple story. Special ops team in the jungle. They think they're going to do one thing. They accomplish the mission, but something's not right, right? They find these bodies hung up on trees, skinned alive. Who the fuck does that? Um, True enough, and this is the funny thing. True enough, some tribal leaders back in the day would probably do something like that too. Probably disembowel you or decapitate you as a sign or some type of ritualistic tribal ritual thing going on. So, in context, I I always understood why the predator did it because he's a warrior from just a different race, a different species, a different race of these creatures, but they have kind of the same mentality as we do as humans and as man as the way we hunt because we have to skin our prey too, especially back in the day when we had to hunt, right? We see, um, take a deer or to well let me just say we'll take a rabbit. We'll hunt a rabbit or something. Well, we used to hunt all type of animals, which I'm just going for smaller animals. We would hunt the rabbit, we would skin it, chop it up, get rid of all the entrails, boil it, and make some great rabbit meat or something, or duck meat. You know what I mean? So I get that. I get that about the species of the predator. And the second one, I love the second one. I really did. It just it had a lot of spiritual and supernatural things that carried over from the first film, even more so. You know, about the Jamaican voodoo posse and the way they would hang up their victims as and would perform these ritualistic type of things to their victims, you know, with these blades, and that reminded me of the Predator. That's what I really like, the fact that maybe that's even why the Predator was so interested in the Jamaican voodoo posse in the first place, right? Because they also had dreads and they were very violent and, you know, just unremorseful when it came to their enemy, you know. So you know, I don't know. I hope it's a good film. I really do. But just from the quick cuts, like a couple of guys were saying in the comment section on other trailer breakdown videos, you really can't tell what's going on. You know, it's just quick cut, quick cut, quick cut, quick cut. You know, it's you see the Predator. I like Holden Brooks' character, you know, from Logan. I haven't really seen him in anything else. I know he's in Game of Thrones, but I don't watch Game of Thrones. I've always wanted to, but I just never got a chance to. But I really liked his performance in Logan, so you know, and but like I said, it's no Schwarzenegger, it's no Carl Weathers, it's no Ventura. You know, I told my wife I like a little pussy. You know, she said, "Me too. Mine's big as a house." You know what I mean? There's none of that going on. I doubt if it'll be anything like that, like those jokes. And if they do, I believe it's going to be hammy if they try to like tell jokes to get a chuckle out of the audience. You know, it's and even in Predator 2, Bill Paxton's character, the Lone Ranger, I think it was, and he was like, he said, Lieutenant, it's me, Ramport for the Ramport division. Man said, who is this guy? Man said, Jerry Lambert, the Lone Ranger. He said, that's the Lone Ranger? I thought he was here to fix the air conditioning. You know what I mean? So it's some good stuff in Predator 2, and the the thing I was hoping that they wouldn't do was just add more. Was just what they wouldn't do was just was add more predators. I was hoping they would just leave it as one predator because all you really need is one predator. You know what I mean? Um, he's a one man wrecking machine. You don't need more than one. Granted, in the second film at the end, you know, they came. Well, they were probably already there, but they came to greet Danny and the fallen predator. But they were, I think, they were just there as a unit, you know, to take their brethren away. You know, of course, they put all the lasers on Danny. Danny's just wrecked by this time. He's just wrecked. He just killed his predator. He doesn't have any weapons. As a matter of fact, the only weapon he had was the predator's disc, and he dropped that. He's like, okay, who's next? And that's a great line. That's a great line. That was awesome. Um, but yeah, they were just there to pick up their brethren and see who is this human that has been giving our brother such a hard time that has actually killed our Yachua brother in combat. So they the oldest one, the silverback predator. They he gave Danny his props and even gave him a prop, gave him like a little memento to remember them by, and he was like, they'll be back. At the end of Predator 2, he was like, don't worry, asshole, they'll be back. So, but it seems like in this trailer, we really don't know what timeline this is taking place in. We don't know the events leading up to this. So I'm hoping they tie that in with the second film when Danny Glover says, don't worry, asshole, they'll be back. So maybe this is maybe this is the continuation of that, them coming back. But it seems like the government already knows about them, or in the trailer, or it seems like they've killed one already in studying and I guess trying to study it because you see the hologram of the predator's physiology on the screen on that projector screen. So maybe they already have one and they're studying it and it's already dead. But I want to know how come they know about the predator like out the gate. They just know about it in the trailer. Like there's no leading up to it, right? Like how it was in the first film and how it was in the second film. Like especially in the first film because Dylan and his team didn't know what the fuck was going on. All they knew is that they were being picked off one by one, and no tracks. They unloaded that epic, iconic scene. They unloaded on him, with the minigun, and they killed Blaine, and Matt just was like, ah, motherfucker. That was great. That was great. And everybody Dutch came in, and then Billy came in, and then with his grenade launcher and shotguns, and Dutch came in, and it was just everybody was reloading, but Mac was still going. I love that shit. I love that shit, man. But it was like nothing, no blood, no tracks, no bodies. We hit nothing, and that's when the music kicks in. You're like, and then Dust just has this look on his face like, man, you better get on the comms. We're gonna need that extraction chopper ASAP. You know what I mean? But they're stuck in that valley though, the Death Valley. The one Billy was like, I wouldn't bet that on a broke dick dog going down there. But it was like Dutch was like, we don't have much choice. So that's like the killing grounds basically for them. And but yeah, I don't know what this film. I don't know what this film. It already seems like that you really don't, or the film doesn't know what it wants to be yet, and you really can't tell from the teaser trailer. But usually in good teaser trailers, you can tell what the film wants to be, what it is. And this is it's looking like it's all over the place with the Halloween setting and the kid, and he's getting this FedEx package of this predator. Predator tech somehow. That was just out the gate. That was kind of far fetched. And I'm like, why is this kid getting this in the mail? Yeah, no, that's not. This ain't something you just get in the mail one day. You get a Japanese PlayStation from Amazon in the mail. You don't get a Predator mask in the mail. I mean, with tech already, just you press a button by accident, and now and then he's playing with it, and you see the actual ship, where it looks pretty bad CGI on that ship, honestly, to me. And he's like, shh, and then of course the ship is doing the same thing. Oh yeah, well, yeah, we get it. Yeah, the ship is real. He thinks it's a toy. It's so cliche. It's like, come on, man. Like you can, it was so cliche. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's just a teaser trailer, and I'm hoping that it's looking. I mean, I'm speechless. As you can see, it's hard to even talk about the trailer and then try to compare it to the first two films. I'm speechless about it because it's all over the place. You got the scientist, and she's explaining the story kind of somewhat in the trailer. About the DNA and the spinal cord. I'm like, that's not really rocking my boots. It's not really rocking my socks. It's not lifting up my skirt. Um, so I hope it's good. We just have to see a full trailer, I guess. And I wish they had some more. I wish they had better actors. I wish they really did have some better actors, like that captures you know that macho ness of the first two films. Because Danny Glover, he was a big dude in Predator 2. Remember, he took off his shirt in the police station. I'm like, dude, this dude's this dude's got some guns. This man's fucking huge. I didn't know Danny Glover was that big, yo. And of course, Dutch and not to mention everyone else was stacked. You know what I mean, in the jungle setting. So I can kind of tell Hallbrook put on some weight for this because he's got the man pecs going in the trailer. So, but I don't know, man. And then token black guy and token white guy that I really don't know, that I haven't seen in any other movies. Uh, I I don't know. I really don't know. It's funny because call me crazy, but I would rather have seen like more of a seasoned veteran in this new film. Like I would rather have seen an old Schwarzenegger in this film, or like a seasoned Schwarzenegger in this film, or a seasoned Dolph Lundgren in this film, or you know what I'm saying? Something just, cause I don't know. I'd rather have seen more of a seasoned grizzled characters in this film. Would love just to see Danny Glover and Arnold Schwarzenegger team up in this film. That would have been nice. And have Jake Busey in it. Now I hear Jake Busey's in it, but I didn't see him in the trailer though. Um, that's a nice little callback to the second film. That he's taken over his father's work about the the outlaw species and all. But yeah, I hope it's okay. But I really don't know what to say honestly about this film at the moment. But I hope it does good. I do like Shane Black. I thought Shane Black was as Hawkins' character in the first film. I thought he was great. He died pretty gruesomely though. He was just like, please, remember he was like, please, please, and he's like, ah! He just got fucking wrecked. I'm like, and you're dead. And I hate that they're going to take out the spirit. I hate they're taking out the ritualistic spiritual aspect of the predator. You remember Billy was that kind of like Indian shaman that sensed something was kind of wrong. You're like, what's got Billy so spooked? And then he can sense it, and he was like, what, something's out there hunting us, and it ain't no man. And then they kind of they call it, Anna in the first film called it a demon. The demon that makes trophies of men, and then they continue that tradition in the second film. King Willie also calls it a demon. You can't see the eyes of the demon until them come calling the spirit world, man. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that kind of went to the second film. Kind of transferred to the second film. Even the prostitute in the second film, and that awesome. This isn't about money. This is about power. Remember when he hung him upside down? He said, "You're fucking crazy, man. What the fuck are you doing now, man? You're crazy." King Willie says, "Not only must I kill you, but I must take your soul." Voodoo magic. So I mean, I like the whole spiritual and ritualistic aspect of the first two films. And I hope that's carried over into this film because that plays a big part, in like uh, our psyche when it comes to this creature, and its malevolent essence and its presence. You can feel it like something's off, So um, Predators. Well, I'm talking about Predators for a brief moment. Predators was okay. It was basically a retelling of the first. You could say it was a reboot, but not really because they actually referenced the first film. It was okay. It was all the original beats from the first one in this jungle setting and getting hunted one by one. But I never really agreed with them like taking them off the planet and putting them on this foreign planet. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you just hunt them on Earth? You know, because it's a lose lose for the humans because they can't get back home anyway. They can't. I always wondered what happened to Royce. He was like at the end of Predators, he was like, okay, let's get off this damn planet. I'm like, how? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a lose lose, But I thought it was all right. Of course, it wasn't better than the first two, of course. And there was a lot of beats from the first one, and that, Adrian Brody's no Schwarzenegger, but I do like his presence. He does have a presence on film. As this black ops cold mercenary that doesn't trust anybody, that works alone, and that knows how to hunt, knows how to track, knows how to manipulate and all that good stuff. And the cast was pretty cool for the most part, but it was kind of C plus, B minus movie, I guess. It wasn't even better than Predator 2 to me, honestly. But but yeah, I hope this film was pretty good. I'm not gonna be all negative about it. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, this fucking sucks. This is bullshit." But I am kind of skeptical about it, though. You know what I mean? Just excuse me, just from the way it started. With the Halloween setting. Like I said, that's you compare that with the jungle setting and from the first one, and you compare that with the street setting of L.A. In that gang war zone from the second one, and then this starts with a Halloween setting with kids running around. I'm like, okay, now you're PG-13. My Predator already out the gate with this kid and all these kids running around on Halloween. I'm like, I don't want to see any kids in my rated R Predator movie. There was only one kid in Predator 2, and it was such a short scene. That wants some candy. Mom, I saw a ghost, and it was it was so one note. You could barely call it a scene. And the Predator just kind of looked at the kid and like, oh, you're not a threat. Anyway, back to Mike. Back to Mike at the funeral. Let me put this necklace right here so I can taunt the shit. You just trolled the shit out of Mike with Danny's necklace at the funeral. It was such a low blow, but yeah, I don't know really what to expect, but I hope it's good. If not, they're just gonna end up if this doesn't work, if this bombs, then they're probably gonna end up doing what they did with the Terminator franchise after Terminator Genesis. Because as you know, with Terminator Genesis, they're rebooting the franchise again. And this time, I forgot the guy's name. Him and James Cameron are actually leading up, but James Cameron's not directing, but I think he's producing and maybe even co-writing the new Terminator film. It's supposed to take place after the second film, so all the other films don't even matter. Which is cool, I guess. Um, but if, like I said, if this Predator movie bombs, they're probably gonna redo it again. So maybe they'll get it right. Not this time, but maybe they'll get it right the next time. Because I think it's as old and senile as James Cameron is, because he's been talking a lot of shit about the Marvel movies and stuff like that lately for some reason. But it's all hopefully he does a good job. But that's another topic. I'm sure you guys can probably go on YouTube and look that up. He's been talking shit about the Avengers movies and hoping people get Avenger fatigue and how superhero movies are becoming boring and all that. I'm like, dude, really? Like we're not getting Terminator fatigue, So um, I'm trying to just think about the trailer. The trailer was so one note for me. It was so many quick cuts. You really couldn't see what was going on. And like at the end, you see the Predator like kind of like lifting Hallbrook up in the air, kind of like a callback to the original when the Predator lifts Arnold up. And kind of like looks at him from like he's kind of. I noticed in that scene he's admiring his skull when he turns Arnold to the left and then turns him to the right. And then just drops him and then walks off like okay, okay. I don't need this shoulder cannon anymore. I don't need any of this shit. I don't need this helmet anymore because you have pissed me off. Now I'm gonna show you one on one up close what I'm really like. So I love the first film. You are one ugly motherfucker. You're like, oh really? Well, come. Well, it's like the Predator understood him. He was like, really? Well, come get some, bro. Ooh yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying? Come at me, bro. He put his hands out like, what's up, then? Um, so I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope it's not another AVP two. The setting really reminded me of AVP two. That's another thing. It really reminded that whole kind of like rural suburbia, the rural suburbia setting really reminded me of AVP two, especially the way the ship crashed into the woods. I'm like, because it did fly across a river, a river clearing, and then into the woods in AVP two. I'm like, oh no, and then it's kind of like it has a lot of beats from AVP two. Like the government already knew about these predators. Like I don't know. I don't know. We really don't know until we see more. But yeah, that was my review on my. I won't even call it a rant. Just my thoughts on it. But you guys have a good day, and I'm gonna be looking out for more predator news, and you guys probably be doing the same. So you guys have a good day and peace, baby.